What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a bombastic, very exciting Liverpool transfer news video. According to reports coming from Italy, Liverpool are close to agreeing a deal for Paulo Dybala. The 25-year-old striker could be a sensational addition to the Liverpool team, and his agent actually came out with a very interesting interview. So in this video we will break down what Paulo Dybala could bring to Liverpool. I will update you guys on the latest Liverpool news from every aspect that you can hope for. So if you guys enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like. It really helps me out and shows me that you guys enjoy these videos. And also let me know in the comments below, what is your transfer wish list? Who do you want Liverpool to sign in the summer transfer window? Paulo Dybala's brother and agent Gustavo Dybala has claimed that Dybala will leave Juventus this summer, and this is what he said, and I quote, "Yes, there is a good chance that Dybala will leave Juventus. Absolutely, he needs a change." That's what his brother told Argentine radio show Football Amico, and he also said, "I can't say where he will go, but there is a strong chance Paulo will leave. Of course, he's not happy there at Juventus. Paulo's not the only one, as many players are uncomfortable at Juventus. He won't be the one who will leave he won't be the only one who will leave the Bianconeri this summer." So those are very strong words and very big claims by Dybala's own brother and agent. And I think this will fuel the fire under, Julian Klopp and Liverpool, because if a player of Dybala's caliber is available and on the market, then I think Liverpool should be, and they are, interested, according to the Italian newspaper Tutto Mercato. And they are saying that Liverpool are pushing hard to get a deal for Dybala agreed before even the summer transfer window opens. I think it opens on June the 1st or something like that. And Liverpool will have to fend off interest from the likes of Manchester United and Bayern Munich, because they are also interested. But I don't think Man United have a chance if there is a race between Liverpool and Man United. At the moment, Liverpool are in a much better position. We are in two consecutive Champions League finals, and on the other hand, Manchester United are only in the Europa League, and it looks like it will be a long time before Manchester United can really challenge for the biggest trophies, the Premier League and the Champions League. Bayern Munich could be also feasible, but Bayern still have Lewandowski, and I think that with Robben and Ribéry going, there could be a place for Dybala, but there could be a place for Dybala in the Liverpool team as well. Don't forget that Liverpool can play in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Many times we used that formation against the smaller teams, and Dybala could play up front and Firmino could play behind him, Salah on the right, Mane on the left, or Dybala could play on the right, Salah up front, Firmino behind him, and Mane on the left. So there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of possibilities, and Liverpool will want to challenge for the FA Cup, the Premier League, the Champions League next season, and for that we need a bigger squad, we need a better squad, and Dybala is rated among the most talented players in Italy, but he has found often himself on the bench because of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's why I think he's very unhappy at Juventus. He's now not even starting regularly, and he has scored 10 goals this season in total, which is of course a far cry from last season where he scored 26 goals in total. The season before that he scored 19. The season before that, in his first season at Juventus, he scored 23. So normally he scores about 20 goals a season on average, but this season he only scored 10 goals because he started like 30 or 40% less games than he normally starts. So I think Paulo Dybala would jump at the chance of signing for Liverpool, because Liverpool are one of the most exciting, most attractive, and one of the biggest clubs in the world. And if we could win the Champions League against Tottenham, that could make Liverpool even more attractive to the likes of Dybala, because that will show that Liverpool will win trophies under Jurgen Klopp in the next few years. And 442 yesterday also linked Paulo Dybala to Liverpool on multiple occasions. Atletico Madrid are also interested in Dybala, and Atletico Madrid could be a serious rival to Liverpool in signing Dybala, because Atletico will lose Griezmann and they will want to probably sign a big player in his place. Dybala prefers a free role behind the striker, or he also likes to play on the wing as well. But in Klopp's 4-3-3, Firmino drops deep and fills the space that Dybala likes to work in. So I think Liverpool need to work out a formation. Maybe Firmino needs to stay up front and Dybala behind him. That could work. Also, we could switch to a 4-2-3-1 formation and with an out-and-out striker and Dybala as a number 10. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting what Liverpool do, because we have so many options. Dybala also played 19 times for Argentina. He won the Serie A multiple times with Juventus. In fact, he won the Serie A every season that he played with Juventus. That's 4 Serie A titles for Paulo Dybala. He also won 3 Italian Cups and also 2 Italian Super Cups. He got the most assists in the Serie A in the 2014-15 season, and yes, he was the Coppa Italia, that's the Italian Cup, top scorer in 2017 when Juventus went on to win the trophy. But what do you think, guys, about Paulo Dybala? Would he suit Liverpool? Do you think that Liverpool should spend big money on Dybala? Because if Dybala leaves Juventus, I think that he will cost a lot of money. You know, Liverpool have a lot of money, and if a player of Dybala's caliber is available on the market, I think Liverpool should seriously consider it, because at 25, Dybala is entering the prime years of his career, and when a player like him is available, who can score 20, 25, even 30 goals easily every season, you have to think about it, even if it costs 70 million pounds or something like that. Paulo Dybala's agent and brother said that he will leave Juventus most likely. He needs a change, so I think Liverpool should be interested, and we should really be going for Dybala. He has everything, Dybala. He has the finishing, he has the skill, the pace, the dribbling ability. He can take on players. He has the creativity to thread through balls to Salah and Mane as well. So I think he is the complete package, and I don't see many players of Dybala's level available on the market right now. So if there is a chance that Dybala could move from Juventus, and according to his agent's comments, there is a huge chance for that happening, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, come on, just try and see whether Dybala would be interested in signing for Liverpool, because I'm sure that Dybala wants to test himself in one of the other big leagues. I think the next step in his career is to sign for either a La Liga team or a Premier League team, because he has been there, he has done that. He won the Serie A, he has been in the Serie A probably all his career. He signed to Juventus from Palermo, so I think he wants to see whether he can take his career to the next level. And the Champions League has eluded Dybala, and at Liverpool he would have a perfect chance to win the Champions League, because we are honestly one of the best clubs in Europe right now. Atletico Madrid are a lot behind Liverpool at the moment. In like 3 years time, like 3 years ago, Atletico Madrid were actually ahead of Liverpool, getting to the Champions League final, to the Champions League semi-finals regularly. But how the tables have turned 3 years since then. Now Liverpool are in Champions League finals, and Liverpool are, in my opinion anyway, a more attractive club than Atletico Madrid. So if Dybala has to choose between Atletico and Liverpool, I think he should choose Liverpool, but yeah, that's just my opinion. And also another very interesting news is that Julian Brandt's situation will be resolved this week after the Bayer Leverkusen managing director Rudi Völler, not sure how to pronounce his name, sorry, I don't really speak German very fluently. He revealed the fact to Sky Sports Germany that we know exactly which clubs have knocked for Julian Brandt. So they know which clubs are interested in Julian Brandt. Brandt has some requests, and in the next 5, 6 or 7 days there will be a decision. So Julian Brandt will move from Bayer Leverkusen. The biggest you know, and the most favorite for that transfer is Borussia Dortmund at the moment, because according to the Bild, Julian Brandt has rejected Liverpool, Tottenham, Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus and Atletico Madrid, and he wants to sign for Borussia Dortmund, mainly because he wants regular playing time, I think, and he can see himself playing regularly at Borussia Dortmund. Christian Pulisic is already leaving to Chelsea, so Borussia Dortmund has a squad place open for Julian Brandt. On the other hand, I don't think Julian Brandt is good enough to start regularly for Juventus or Paris Saint-Germain, and it's debatable whether he would start regularly for Liverpool. Maybe as an attacking midfielder he would start for Liverpool regularly, and I would love to see him at Liverpool, but at the moment the German-based Bild newspaper is saying that Brandt's favorite choice is Borussia Dortmund. So watch this space, we shall wait and see what happens in the next 7 days, but I just wanted to update you guys on the Julian Brandt transfer situation, that he could make a decision in the next 7 days where he goes next. Adam Lallana could leave Liverpool, and Danny Mills, the former Man City player and pundit, is saying that many Premier League clubs will be after Adam Lallana. He also said, and I quote him, "You almost forget about him, but he's very gifted and a talented footballer. I would almost say he more fits the Manchester City style. He would be perfect for them with his short, darting runs and clever runs in behind. As you start to get older, you realize you are not invincible and your career is not going to go on forever. Liverpool will definitely want to keep him, but it might come down to him wanting to reignite his career. If that's the case, he's going to go. He's such a good player, he won't be short of interested clubs." And I agree, but I don't think we should sell Lallana. We should maybe give him one more season. Let's see whether Lallana can stay fit, because if he can stay fit, he could be a very important addition for Liverpool. He has the creativity, the dribbling skill to be an important player. He probably doesn't score enough goals for me, but still he could be a useful squad player. And if we want to replace Lallana, we would need to sign a player who is worth like 30, maybe even 40 million pounds. I think that we should just give Lallana one more chance, one more season, just to see whether he can contribute massively. And Liverpool have slapped a 25 million asking price on Harry Wilson, and according to some English newspapers, Wolverhampton Wanderers are seriously considering it and they want Wilson. Harry Wilson is in the playoff final. It will be on Monday against, I think, Aston Villa, and Derby County could come up to the Premier League, but I'm not sure Derby County will have 25 million if they don't get promoted. But if they get promoted, that could be a very good investment for Derby County to sign Harry Wilson permanently. I, on the other hand, want him to stay. I want him to get a squad role in the Liverpool team this next season that is coming up. Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of Harry Wilson, and Harry Wilson had his breakthrough outstanding season for Derby County. He scored 17 goals in all competition, and also he gave a lot of assists, and he is a banging free kick taker. And I think that Harry Wilson could play a big role for Liverpool next season if he decides to stay at Liverpool. But of course, for regular playing time, he might want to move to Derby permanently if they get promoted to the Premier League, or to Wolverhampton. I think he's definitely good enough for a Premier League, definitely good enough for a mid-table side, but you will never know whether he's good enough to play for Liverpool if you don't give him the opportunities. Mario Götze gave a very interesting interview recently, and he said that there is a terrifying side to Jurgen Klopp that most people don't see. And Götze explained why Liverpool's current manager was so brilliant for Götze's career. And he said this, and I quote, "He was my first manager, and he was the one who believed in me and gave me the chance to make my debut at 17 years old at Borussia Dortmund. It's funny to see him now with Liverpool because he's such a natural guy in front of the media. He's so authentic and he says whatever he wants. But I think most people just see the version of him standing on the touchline. There's a very serious side as well. When I was 17 or 18 and not giving 100% in training, he would be so intimidating. He used to come running over and get right up into my face and start shouting at me. I can't really translate from German perfectly, but you know how he talks with his teeth grinding. You have to have more passion, you have to give everything, come on Götze. So that's what Klopp told Götze in training when Götze wasn't giving 100%, and that's the kind of emotion and mentality that we know Jurgen Klopp has. Then after training he would completely be calm again, and he would take your aside and say, Mario, how are you? Let's talk about life. What's happening? I think that's brilliant. So Jurgen Klopp has a brilliant man management side, but he's also very professional and very serious on the training pitch and even in the games, and he demands the most from his players. And I think Jurgen Klopp's biggest quality is that he has a personal connection with almost every single player in his squad, and he's like a serious boss, but he can also be a friend to the player. And I think players who feel a personal connection with the manager, not just a professional connection, but maybe a kind of a friendship, a professional friendship, but even more than that, I think the players just want to give that little bit more for Jurgen Klopp. And that's one of the reasons why Jurgen Klopp has improved almost every single player since he came in. Even players that we eventually ended up selling, like Coutinho. Coutinho's best season was probably his last season at Liverpool, and he improved almost every single player at Liverpool. And I think that's a very, very big quality of Jurgen Klopp that he has. Steve Nicol, who is a Liverpool legend, he won many trophies with Liverpool. He is now a pundit for ESPN, and I have a lot of respect for him, but he came out with a very strange statement that I don't really agree with. Basically, he's claiming that Liverpool need to buy Ligt because Gomez has already reached his maximum potential and he won't improve anymore, and that's just nonsense. But let's listen to what he has to say. So this is what Steve Nicol said, and I quote, "I will tell you what, Ligt and Van Dijk at any club would be arguably the best centre-back pairing in world football, no question, and absolutely Liverpool need to try and get somebody besides Van Dijk who is in his level, in his stratosphere." That's the word that Steve Nicol used. The thing is though, Gomez, before he got injured, he was doing an excellent job, but I'm not sure that he's going to get any better than he already is, to be honest with you. So I think it would stir Liverpool well to go and get somebody besides Van Dijk who is tried and trusted. I don't agree with that. I think Gomez is only 21 years old, and yes, he had 2 serious injuries already in his career. But at 21, you will only improve as a centre-back. He doesn't have the experience that Van Dijk has, or the experience of Matip as a centre-back. And Gomez is now on the level of Matip and Dejan Lovren, in my opinion. And at 21 years old, that's a huge thing in his development. And I think he will get better, and a lot better, because he's in the early parts of development. And Steve Nicol was a defender, so that's why I find it this little bit strange that he claims that a 21-year-old defender will not get better in the future. But yeah, that's his opinion. I don't agree with that. But what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. And the latest on Matthijs de Ligt is that Guillem Balaguer said that Liverpool are after de Ligt, but de Ligt has 3 clubs that really desperately want him. Liverpool are not like in the front row of getting de Ligt, because we are not really desperate for a centre-back. Let's be honest, we have Matip, Lovren, Van Dijk and Gomez, and 4 centre-backs. If they stay fit, that's enough for the new season. And de Ligt would cost about £60 million, and Liverpool want to spend money on other positions which are more important. But the 3 clubs that are seriously after de Ligt in a big way they are Barcelona, Juventus and Bayern Munich. De Ligt wants to choose between Barcelona and Juventus, and he's weighing up his options. And it's very interesting because Barcelona actually offered the least amount of money and the least amount of wages to Ajax and to de Ligt, but Ajax basically said, we don't really want a bidding war. De Ligt has achieved so much at Ajax, they will just respect his choice of club. So whoever de Ligt chooses, that club's offer will be accepted, even if that's lower than, for example, another club's offer. I hope that you get what I'm saying here. Manchester United also bid for Ligt, but Ligt dismissed them. He doesn't want to go to Manchester United because they are not even in the Champions League, and he wants to go to a really elite club. So it's a very, very interesting transfer story, and I will keep you updated. If I have more information, I will tell you guys in the future videos, and I really hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, a like is always appreciated. Have a lovely day, guys. See you later. Goodbye.